Good afternoon, guys and girls, and welcome back to the Racing Line for another video. Well, it's not a video, it's a live stream. We are live here on the channel this weekend, Saturday. It's around lunchtime. What's it, 1:15 for our 5K race of subscribers event, the 1v1 Race of Champions style event that we're putting on here. Just for a bit of fun, we thought we'd throw it out there. It was competition time as usual. We put a competition out for 3,000 subscribers all the way back then. And then the next 2,000 happened so quickly. We didn't do a competition for 4K, but we thought we'd do something a little bit special for the 5,000 one. Last time we did a guess the lap time competition. That person won a car or track of their choice. I believe they picked, I think they picked Brazil, the circuit, actually, on iRacing. So that's what they got, I think, from memory. That was a little while ago now. Here we are, though, putting on a tournament style event. Which was free to enter, free to sign up for. We've got a couple of late arrivals, so we'll see how it runs, but we're going to go for it, and I'll explain as we go on. I'll tell you what's always great to see, actually. I know the track guides are obviously, they're quite fastly spoken. We're here at Oulton Park, by the way, but the track guides are quite fastly spoken. But what I do notice from the comments and the people that do these events and join the Discord and stuff is that people watch these guides, which amazes me, all over the world, and I love the fact that there are so many different nationalities that join these things. This event, to do a Race of Champions style event on this game, was going to be oh, I called it a game again. The sim is going to be difficult. Well, it was always going to be difficult because there's no real way of actually, you know, sort of arranging it. So what we decided, we thought we'd give it a go. We're here at Oulton Park Circuit. The track map you see on your screen is the Oulton Park Island layout. Now what they're going to do is they're going to line up side by side. It's going to be a 2-lap 1v1 race. The person starting on the left is going to take the island layout. The person starting on the right is going to take the Foster's layout of Oulton Park. On their second lap, they're going to do the opposite. The person who took the Fosters is going to take the island. The person who took the island is going to take the Fosters. And if they're even on pace, they might come out side by side at the rejoin and race to the finish. That's the aim. If they don't, then it is what it is. Obviously, that's what they're here for. They're racing. People are going to be different pace. That's fine. But it's just a bit of fun, and we'll see what goes on. Obviously, loser then gets kicked out of the session. Thanks for coming, thanks for joining, and thanks for the support. And hopefully we'll hear from them again at some point. But then also the winner goes through to the next round, of course, where they have a chance of winning a car or track of their choice on iRacing. Now, let's have a look at who we've got. I believe the drivers are about to go out on some sort of a pace lap. Here they are. You can ignore the timer at the top. It's just a practice session, and it gives us all the time to organise. And look at these Race of Champions style cars. Look at them all. There's a few. There's obviously a little bit of a mishap with the Ukrainian flag. Nice homage to the Ukrainian people. We'll be supporting them through charities with our partners over at VCO, I'm sure, at some point with all the stuff that's going on over there. But we're not going to be here for politics right now. Too much of a serious conversation for this fun style event. And look at all the flags on the bonnet. Those bonnets they're not just made up. That is genuinely where all these people are from, as they're all side by side, 2 by 2. Who's this random person? Number 6. That is Daniel Whitfield. We haven't seen Daniel before, actually. New to the channel, on the grass. And that is Chris Smith and John Bailiff, who are going to lead the way. And then the number 1 American car back there. That's Giancarlo Schooler, who has joined. He will be against... well, I'll tell you who they're against as we go on throughout the event. First up, your first driver pairing at the front of this field is John Bailiff. A recognisable name here on the channel, of course. British flag, British driver. Raced in the Jetta Cup both seasons and the RLTC, the Touring Car Championship that we currently run on the channel. And he is against Christopher Smith, also 2-time Jetta Cup enterer. Is that word? Entrant? That would have been a better word to use for Mr. Smith. But he's not currently taking part in the RLTC. We hope to see him back if we do run another Jetta Cup, of course. Behind them, you've got Mats Borg Andersen, the Norwegian driver who has joined us for the RLTC, and Henry Morse, also a Jetta Cup driver. So we've got some TRL boys on the grid. And then behind them, we see two new names. This is Jose Soria. He's in the Spanish car there on the left-hand side, and Guillaume Elizu. I might have butchered that name, so I apologise for that. Elizu? Elizu. We'll go for that. He's in the Brazilian car on the left-hand side. Very nice-looking racing line liveries up and down the grid. The next one is... I can't actually see who that is. That's the number 15 car. Who is the number 15 car? That's Megan Purchase. One of the British drivers on the grid. There's a few Brits out there. If I pull up the timing screen, you can ignore the lap times. But there you go. Now you can see everyone's nationalities there. Thor Tulu is a name we don't recognise. Japanese driver. Representing the Japanese over there. Shabolks Torok, Hungarian driver, isn't currently here. Will make it for in time for his race. And look at that head in the back of the field there is Carl Ridley and Ray Oliver, two Australian drivers. They will be paired off against each other for a netcode battle of dreams as they all finish their parade lap. What's going to happen is they're all going to peel off into the pits, and we will watch John Bailiff and Chris Smith go for our first head-to-head of the tournament. And they will be providing that there is two drivers currently not on the grid, so this first race could replace that. Listen to that little humming of the Mazda MX-5. A popular car, of course, in iRacing. As I said, this was a free event. In fact, you might recognise this little poster, the 5k of subscribers fun race, Saturday the 5th of March, Oulton Park Island. Sign up below. So we advertised this on multiple races, the RLTC when it was broadcast over on VCO, and of course here on the Racing Line, YouTube and Twitch. And this is going to be a nice little demonstration of how this is going to work. I genuinely, this has just been thrown together for a bit of fun. You know, it's gonna be interesting. I am actually really looking forward to this, to see who comes out on top. But here we go. So these two looking to advance. It's Chris Smith versus John Bailiff. Christopher Smith is on the inside of turn 1, and we should see them. They're fairly aligned. So now we'll wait. I reckon they're going to go... Are they going to go on the minute mark? So what's going to happen, there's a couple of admins who are telling them what time to go. It builds up tension. They're sat next to each other. They're in a head-to-head. Who is going to come out on top? I don't know whether to speak quietly like this or absolutely shout my head off like David Crofty. Who knows? I mean... They're not going to be side by side for the whole lap because obviously they split off, but it's going to be really interesting to see if anyone comes out side by side. They start revving their engines, they're getting ready. Here they go. Who's going to get the better start? It was fairly even. Look at that. Both of them get away fairly evenly as they head down towards turn 1. What an even start. John Bailiff on the outside. Christopher Smith on the inside as they head down towards turn 1. Chris Smith is still there. Are they going to touch doors as they exit turn 1? They don't. John Bailiff takes the lead as they head down towards this next left-hander. The downhill left-hander coming right up. So now we're going to see the difference in line. What's going to happen here? Does anyone get slowed up? Chris is going to absolutely straight line it through, and John Bailiff is going to go down towards the hairpin. There he is. So Chris Smith is now going to continue up. You can see on the track map, Chris Smith's got a fair distance now as John makes his way around the hairpin and up that back straight by himself. And Chris Smith, taking the Foster's layout, is already going to be heading towards that final corner, I believe. Should be able to see him any second now. You can hear him, that's for sure. Here he comes. And John Bailiff there, still going around the back of the circuit. So Chris Smith is going to cross the line now, obviously first. And John Bailiff, this is going to be interesting. It looks like Chris has had a fairly clean lap here. And now let's see how he takes this next left-hander. So he's going to take the long left-hander now and go down the island layout. Heading towards that hairpin now. Nice hard, heavy braking zone, this hairpin. And there he goes, but where is John Bailiff? That is the question. Where is John Bailiff going to come out from? He's taken the Foster's layout already, is John. He's going to turn right. And look at that, there's Chris right in the background, so it's fairly close. But Chris is going to have extra speed coming from that hairpin. Is he going to have enough? Is he going to have enough speed? That is the question. He's tried closing in. He's not quite in the slipstream. It looks like John might have this unless he makes a mistake towards the final corner. Chris Smith and John Bailiff are going to complete their first round. You should see two more cars on track. They'll be making their way round. And here comes John and Chris into the final corner. John leading the way. He took the lead on the outside of turn one. And there he goes. John wins and Christopher Smith takes P2. And there we can see they go back to the pits. So now, next up, the Norwegian and American fight with Henry Morse and Mats Borg Andersen. So who's going to come out on top on this one? Who knows? Looks like Mats has a slight nose ahead at the start. But it's okay. Henry knows what he's doing. He drives the car a lot. He's revving his engine. Ready is Henry Morse. And here they go. Who's going to get off the line better? Again, a fairly even start. I tell you what, their reaction times have been absolutely spectacular for the start. Down towards turn one they go. Mats Borg Andersen on the inside does brake later, and he's going to run out. And Henry's on the AstroTurf there, but they're still side by side, heading towards this left-hander. Henry Morse does take the lead. I think Mats might have lifted off to let him have that. So now they go in towards this next corner. He's been backed right off as Mats Borg Andersen. Henry Morse parked it on the apex there, I think. Which is an interesting tactic, which may actually pay off thinking about it, to be fair. The American car is flying down towards the hairpin, but he looks like he's got a bit deep. Gets a nice late apex, and down the back straight he goes. Mats Borg Andersen, though, is now heading up this back section up towards Druids. He's got a cone under his car. The cone goes. The number 17 car flicks it in towards Druids. The double right-hander with a nice big Norwegian flag on the bonnet. And around the final corner he's coming up to. Where are they going to come out? Henry Morse is just entering that back section now. There's Henry, just exiting Druids. You can see him in the distance, flying down towards this final corner. And Mats Borg Andersen already in the middle section. There he is, flying around that left-hander now towards Druids. Not Druids, the hairpin, sorry. Nice shot behind the trees there, actually, as he enters the hairpin. He doesn't take the... So you can see a big difference in line there between Mats and Henry. Henry took a nice wide entry, and you can see him in the distance. That gap is insane. Is that as a result of that... the brake check? So Henry Morse comes onto the track ahead of the Fosters there on the... in front of Mats. That is a massive gap. So Henry Morse done everything he needs to. It's going to be a hard ask now for Mats Borg Andersen to close this gap. Into Druids they go. There we have it, the Norwegian driver coming over the line. Henry Morse taking that win. And then Mats Borg Andersen following behind. I mean, it's a good thing he's gone out this early as Mats, because he had a. I think he's got another race planned. Not saying he lost it on purpose, of course, but there he goes. And next up on the list, we've got Guillaume Elisieu and Jose Soria on their way to the grid now. They're not racing yet, of course. Making their way to the grid, ready to go. Who's going to get the better start this time? Look at that. That's as even as you want to get. So Jose Soria in the Spanish bonnet car on the left. And Guillaume Elisieu, number 57 on the right, with the Brazilian flag on his hood. Now, these two, unknown to the racing line actually in terms of leagues. They're not in any of the racing line leagues. That's fine. Of course, this event was open to all subscribers, so clearly followers of the channel spotted the adverts, joined in, and we're happy to have them here. But who's going to come out on top? Two new names. Who's going to cement themselves as the greatest? Here they go. It was a good start for Jose on the outside. He's going to get an absolute blinding start. That is going to help him massively throughout the race. Or is it actually going to pay Guillaume a favour as they head down towards this left-hander? So we saw Henry almost back off Mats Borg Andersen into this left-hander when he needed to carry the speed through. So maybe this is a good tactic from Elisieu here as he flies into that corner. Although it looks like he missed the apex a little bit. Sends his car down into this right-hander. We haven't seen many people into Foster's, so that's a good little shot. He misses those cones. That might be important. The cones can't be got rid of. So it's an interesting an interesting concept when they're driving around with that cone scraping away underneath their car. But heading towards the last bit now. Jose Soria still not passed, just passing the chicane. And now he's going to climb up the hill as you hear that massive downshift rev as he goes into Knickerbrook there. Sounded like he was going to blow his engine. And Elisieu on his way to the start-finish line. And now you're going to see Elisieu take the island layout. And Jose Soria, let's stay with him as he goes into Foster's and see how far ahead he's going to come out. Crossing the line now. Guillaume Elisieu is entering the hairpin. This might be fairly close. I wonder if Jose's made a mistake somewhere. Or has this always been the gap? I haven't really been paying attention to the track map. You guys might have seen the track map more than me. This is going to be really close. I don't actually know where either of them are. Oh, there he is. You can see Guillaume in the background. So it's come out about the same distance, actually. But he's got the cone under his car. Is that going to slow him down? It's stuck under his wheel. He's got a friend with him. A friend all the way down the main straight. Guillaume's got a little bit of extra speed. It's just not enough. Not quite enough speed. Although, this is closer than the first few races. So Guillaume's been giving it everything he can. Look at that. He flies around. What a drift on the grass from Elisieu there. Impressive stuff, and he really did close that gap down. They're fairly close as they come around the final corner. And across the line, Jose Soria takes it and moves on. Guillaume Elisieu takes the P2. He really did push that car. That was impressive on the grass. It was definitely a cracking effort from him. So, who's up next? It's Henry Morse. And Mart Oulton. This is not correct, so they're going to have to pull into the pits. Because the next race up is Duncan and Thor. Matt said that was fun. He enjoyed his time there. Let's tell these guys to escape. They're going for it anyway. So these guys are having a little bit of an extra race. This will not count towards the Racer Championship. Yeah, Jose has messaged in chat about the cone being dragged under his car. Did slow him down. So Mark was a late joiner, actually, should be said. That might be why his livery is missing. He might just need to refresh trading paints. And whilst we do that, let's just have a quick break while those two have a little bit of a practice. Let's see if that's fixed. Mart's car. Not quite. Trading paints is a useful tool on iRacing. I don't know how many of you use it actually, those of you that are watching. Oh, there we go. It has fixed it. These two are going to pull in now, and we'll resume the normal race. So here these two go now towards the grid. This is an interesting lineup actually. We've got Duncan Murray here, who is a Jetta Cup driver and an RLTC driver for Goldwing. Quick shout out to them. They've taken over another series somewhere. I think they've got about 7 Goldwing cars in one touring car series, which is overkill if you ask me. But Thor Tuller Tula. The Japanese driver. Now I recognise the name. I feel like I've seen Thor around. But I'm not sure where. I don't know why I reckon. It's one of those ones where you don't know where you recognise it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. That's nice and even. Look at this for a start. Who's going to come out on top here? He's revving his engine. I'm not sure which one's revving their engine. Now they both are. Here they go. Thor's got a blinding start there as it went on the 30-second mark. Duncan Murray. Second place. At the moment, as Thor sends it down. So this is the first time, actually, we've seen that this car, I think, from memory, it's the first time we've seen the other car, the right-hand side car, leading into the Foster's layout. So Thor got a much better start than Duncan as he heads up the back straight. So this could be fairly close. I was starting to think that there might be an advantage to the left-hand side, but this could prove otherwise. As he disappears off into the distance, does Duncan, the number 3 car. The South African driver. Hilarious. Sharp pencil, as he would say. He's a sharp pencil, is. But Thor Tulu, for Ridge Motorsports, it says there, so he must have SDK or something, because I did not put that information in. I wonder if that's his team. We'll find that out after, I'm sure. He'll let us know from watching the stream. But Thor, the first driver on the right-hand side to lead into the Foster's layout. This is going to be interesting. Where's the track map gone? Let's get the track map back up. Here is it. Thor goes right out to the grass. He's heading down towards the hairpin. I'm never going to get bored of that drone shot, no matter what angle it's at. Goes around the hairpin. There's an apex there somewhere, but I'm sure it won't matter too much, as Duncan is actually flying down the Foster's layout now. And you'll see his dot appear. There he is. Oh! 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 Where's he going? What just happened? What's happened to Duncan Murray? What did he do? I'm not even sure where he went. He like slid it or something. I don't even know if I can see a replay of that. I'm not going to be able to see a replay because he didn't go off track. It didn't show up as an off track. Duncan Murray had some sort of weird slide on the exit of Foster's, and it looks like, look at the gap, Thor is going to take the win for the right hand sides, and Duncan Murray is going to be out. That was weird. I would like to find out what happened from him. I don't know if he'll still be here, but I wouldn't mind an interview later to see what happened. He just lost it. He just spun round. I wonder if he did he try cutting the corner or what? Anyway, up next, another battle of 2 drivers that are new to us here at the Racing Line, as in don't race any of our leagues. Maybe subscribers of the channel, of course. Daniel Whitfield and Megan Purchase, both British. As we see Megan warming up those tyres in the number 15. So this is round 4 of the first round. We've got 3 more heats after this, and we've got rid of half of our drivers. So who's the number 6? Dan Whitfield. A hair ahead. The Red Bull helmet on Purchase's driver. We know what that means on iRacing. Any Red Bull livery. But what is going to happen here? Who's going to get the best start? We can hear some revs. Here they go. They're going to go on the minute. And Megan actually got the better start there. She's slightly ahead. Heading down towards turn 1. The number 15 car on the inside. Going to be leading on the exit, but Dan Whitfield. Oh, look at this. They're going to go side by side down towards the left-hander towards Foster's. Is Dan Whitfield going to get the pass done on the inside? He's keeping his nose there. Are they going to make contact? No. Megan goes nice and wide, gives a car width, keeps the speed into Foster's. There you go. And in terms of the drone hairpin, here is Dan Whitfield heading down towards the island layout. How's he going to take the hairpin? Nice. Wide. Apex wide out. Slow in, fast out, as it were. That's always a great shot, coming over the bumpy hill. Oulton Park into the fast right of Knickerbrook. Gets loads of speed through there. Megan Purchase is already on the final corner. Oh, gets a bit of grass on the exit there. That would have lost some speed. Don't need to do that. And across the line, where is Whitfield? Whitfield heading down towards the final corner. Do you know what? I should have been paying more attention. I could have worked out gaps by now. This all looks fairly even to me. We've seen drivers exit the final corner whilst the lead driver is entering turn 3. But what is going to happen? Look at him fly round. Daniel Whitfield flies round turn 1. Carried some nice speed through there. Megan Purchase exiting the hairpin. Who's going to be where? Who is going to be where? Over the hill. Into Foster's. Oh, he lost it as well. Do you know what? That looked really similar to Duncan Murray. But he has come out in the lead as Daniel Whitfield. Megan Purchase, though, look at the speed difference. Surely this is going to be closer. Surely they're going to race into the final 2 corners. Look at the speed difference as they head towards Druids. Closing. Purchase through the double right-hander. Going to get slipstream on the exit. As long as it's not overcooked. They're heading down towards the final corner. This is the closest one we've seen so far. No send from Purchase there on the final turn. Oh, gets the grass, and that could have been the difference, you know. We saw Purchase get on the grass on the lap before. That was a close one, the 6 and 15. Best one yet, I'd say, actually. I think Thor and Duncan would have been close. But Duncan obviously made the same mistake. Whitfield made a mistake there as well. And now we've got the big boys of Arthur Thurtle and Giancarlo Schooler. Or Giancarlo Schooler. Purchase out. Daniel Whitfield goes through. And here they go, lining up on the grid. I'll reverse it a little bit to make it fairer. I spy a Lewis Hamilton helmet on the American driver. And away they go. Giancarlo gets a slightly better start, but Arthur on the inside line for turn 1. Heading down towards the turn they go. And Arthur does lead into turn 1. Massively, in fact. Massively in the lead. So this is going to be our second driver that we've seen lead on the right-hand side. Flies into the Foster's layout. Absolutely murders that cone. Murders that curb. Another cone. Yep, off you go. Don't need them there anyway. I wish you could get rid of them. I wonder if you turn down like the graphics settings, it just randomly gets rid of them. That'd be interesting. But Thurtle, Arthur Thurtle, flying around. Giancarlo Schooler heading up the back straight now. Let's go on board with Giancarlo as he flies through Knickerbrook. Weird corner there. Uses all the track on exit. Flying through this final sector. Druids is a nice corner. Double right-hander. Across the line. There we go. So it was a tidy. It looks tidy from the American driver. But Arthur Thurtle already on that back straight. Let's get close in look. Giancarlo down towards Foster's now. I think Arthur is already. Oh my god, what has happened here? Arthur's absolutely dominated this round. I can't even see. I can't even see the gap between these drivers. I don't know if Giancarlo had a big issue whilst I was typing the next few rounds up in chat. But Arthur exits the final corner already. That is a massive gap and started on the right hand side. Giancarlo must have made a mistake. Surely that's not the pace difference. If it is, then Arthur is going to be a what's the phrase? Force to be reckoned with. Crazy gap. Oh, up next. I'm sure everyone's been looking forward to this one. It's the Australia. Oh, it's the Australian pair. It's Kyle Ridley versus Ray Oliver. And here they go, revving their engines already. Who's going to get the better start here? Oh my god. So I thought they were going, with the revs, I thought they were going to go on the 30 seconds, but it turns out they're just giving it the big un. They're going to go on the minute mark. Who's going to get the better start? Place your bets. Carl Ridley or Ray Oliver? Who's going to do it? They're revving away. This is the one. They're going to go on the minute mark. And away they go. And it was fairly even from both of them, you know, actually. Who's going to be leading into turn one, though? Ray Oliver's got the inside line. Carl Ridley on the outside. And Ray absolutely sends it in. Is he going to run the car right out wide? He does. And Carl Ridley slots in behind. Nose to nose, bumper to bumper. Oh, is Carl going to send it into the left-hander? He tried. He had a look. He had a look, did Carl Ridley. And Ray yeets it down to the Foster's layout. Carl Ridley heading towards the hairpin. There's that shot. We haven't had that in a while. Tidy. Looks tidy from Kyle. Love the wide shots. Love it. But where's Ray? Somewhere over here. Here he is. The number 99 car, Ray Oliver. We haven't seen him for a while. Two-time Jetta Cup entrant. Carl Ridley, Jetta Cup and RLTC entrant. Wasn't in season 1 of the Jetta Cup, but he joined us. He's been there all the way. A regular Volkswagen Jetta driver, actually. Very much in the top. Both of them very much in the top 25 of Jettas normally in the championship. As Ray Oliver sends it round turn 1. Where's Carl Ridley? Coming around the final corner. Got a few people in chat. It's hard to read chat this time round because I've got so many windows open. But Matt says that was fun. Toasty Answers says celebration. How is this even real? Says Henry Moore. F1 Delta, look for a replay. I can't find the replay. I was looking. The replays aren't really working. As we see Carl Ridley head down towards the Foster's layout now. Is this going to be close? I think it might be close. Here comes Kyle. Where is Ray? I can hear him. There he is. Oh my God, look at the speed that Ray Oliver has. They're going to be racing on exit. Ray Oliver goes around the outside of Carl Ridley. Look at the speed difference. There's touch. There's the netcode we were talking. Battle of the netcode. Carl's on the grass. And Ray Oliver has absolutely passed him on track. Carl Ridley now is going to lose out. Carl Ridley absolutely attacks the curb. The double turn, right-hand turn of Druids. I can't even get my words out because Ray Oliver's speed difference as he came out of the hairpin, heading towards the final corner. And Ray Oliver's going to take this, I think. He started on the inside, so I think now we can see. I mean, like I said, I was leaning towards, I thought the left had an advantage, but that absolutely says otherwise as he spins round into the wall. He's going to need to repair that car. Maybe he can borrow Carl's car for the next round because Carl Ridley is out and Ray Oliver takes the win. That is impressive stuff. Wow. Enjoyed that. Said that was going to be a good one. So who have we got here? It's our final round before we head to the next starts. And we have got Mx-5 Torok and Mart Ullering. Mart starting slightly ahead of Mx-5 Torok. In terms of how I know these two, Mart Ullering is a friend of Alexander van der Velde, introduced to us and nearly joined the RLTC this time round. And Mx-5 Torok, I can say he's not in any of the leagues, but I know that Mx-5 is a regular subscriber. I always see his comments, but he's got a slow start as the Hungarian driver, and it looks like Mart has absolutely dominated. So now it's going to come down to pace difference as they head down towards turn 1. So Mx-5 Torok, the Hungarian driver, number 63. The number of George Russell, Formula 1 driver. I don't know if they picked their numbers today or if it was just random. Normally iRacing randomly assigns them. As Mart heads down towards the island layout and Mx-5 Torok. Oh, did he have a crash there? Has he had a spin? No, surely not. Shall we have another look? I'm going to have to rewind. Rewind looks terrible on stream, but let's do it anyway because the replays don't work. Oh, he nearly did. He nearly did. It was just the way it bounced over the curb. Let's go back live. Towards turn 1 now. Mx-5 Torok, who is versus Mart Ullering. He got a better start, did Mart? Not sure it was a jump start. I'm sure the admins are watching for jump starts. Everyone's looked fairly good on the starts, to be fair. Mx-5 is going to see as he comes over the brow of the hill. Cannot see Mart yet. There he is. There goes the cone. And this is going to be similar to what we saw a second ago. Did you see the speed? Is it enough speed? That's the question. Has he still got it in him? Mx-5 Torok coming up the hill. He's in slipstream. It doesn't look like it's enough. Mart might have just done enough here. They go into Druids. Is anyone going to make a mistake? Mx-5 is closing him in. Is it going to be ascending to the final corner? Is it going to be done? He's closer. He's closer. He's looking closer. He's going to go to the inside. He has a look. Oh, he couldn't quite get it done on the brakes, but he's going to get a better exit. Mart's gone deep. Mx-5 Torok takes the lead, and Mart's Ullering spins. I keep saying Mart's is Mart. Mx-5 Torok is going to take the win. Mart Ullering. Oh, he went deep on the brakes. And Shabolks Torok takes the win. The Hungarian driver goes through. Mark Ullering is out. Wow. That was another good one. Enjoyed that. Mark Ullering filling in for Alexis, I believe. Canadian driver who didn't make it with us. What a race. And now we're through to the next level of the tournament. I don't know, I should have worked out in advance whether it's like semi-finals, quarterfinals or whatever it is. Wait. This would half from 8 to 4. Then semi, then finals. So this is not the quarterfinals. Quarterfinals is next. This is just the next round. And here we've got Henry Morse versus Jose Soria. And Jose gets a good start on the left-hand side. Henry Morse bogged down a little bit, it seems. The Spanish driver getting the edge and leading into turn one. He's taken that all-important lead into turn one, and he's going to take the island layout, is Jose. What can Henry do? He's going to have to try and go around the outside. Oh, look at that. Jose's used Henry's own tactic against him. Henry did that to Mats Borg Andersen in the first race. Held him up into the left-hander. And then Henry had a massive lead as he came out of the Fosters the next time round. I wonder if this has been the reverse situation. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out in 2 laps' time. That was impressive. I'm still on a come down from that last race, to be honest. I can't believe Mark lost it. But Henry Morse versus Jose Soria. Spain versus America. Who can do it? Jose led into turn one. And here he is, exiting Druids. Going towards the corner now. And Henry Morse is... That cascades, sends it down the hill. And there you can see the American driver flying down this main straight now. So this is at the hairpin. There he goes. Oh dear. And this is Jose Soria. Sends it into the Fosters layout. The gap looks fairly big, and this is the difference that the start can make. Here's Henry. You can see the Spanish driver up the road. It doesn't look like enough speed. Bounces over the curb, does Henry Morse. But Jose Soria, it looks like, so maybe the start sides, there's no advantage, but there absolutely is an advantage to whoever has the lead on the exit of turn one. I might have a look at the other tracks and do this again one day, because this has the premise of some good events. I need iRacing to get in contact with me. That's what I need. We need to be able to sort this out. Sort out some style events. But Jose Soria takes the win, and Henry Morse takes P2 and is out. So Jose Soria moves on to the quarterfinals. 4 rounds down to 2, down to 1. This is the quarterfinals. I was right earlier. Thor's already on the grid. And Thor is against Daniel Whitfield. So Jose Soria makes it through to the semi-finals. Henry Morse is out. And now we've got Thor versus Daniel Whitfield. And it's an even start from the two of them. Thor on the outside looks to have slightly better revs than Dan. But they're going to be side by side into turn one, that's for sure. They would have been watching all these races, and Thor holds it round the outside. Dan loses a bit of his run by giving room there. Not saying he shouldn't have given room, of course, but he did indeed. And now Thor has a clear run, I think, into the island bend, but so did Daniel Whitfield. So this might be interesting, because normally what happens when they're close is their run gets ruined into that fast left-hander, and that is he's carrying a cone with him though. That's gonna drag him on the straight. The sound, I don't know if can we hear it? I don't think we can, but the sound is horrible when they're dragging. There it goes. There goes the cone. Whee! Yeah, the sound is horrible when you've got a cone under your car, and it really sounds like you're being slowed down massively. What are the chances of us going on that camera and that happening? Oh, Martin's jumped in chat, says he's sorry, didn't convert the times correctly. He was one of the ones that missed the slot. That's fine, Martin, don't worry, you're here now. F1 Delta says RIP Mart. Aleki says, I don't want to talk about this. He knows it. He went deep and he spun as well. That would have been a good, well, it was a good run to the line. We're going to be talking about that race, I think, unless we're going to get a better one. But here we've got Thor crossing the line, and Daniel Whitfield in the UK car is already heading towards the hairpin. Oh, that. Oh, no! He knows. He's going to know after that, surely, with the consistency we've seen. Daniel Whitfield, it looked like he went deep then. And again, like I said, we can't, because of the way this is set up, we can't do replays, but we can rewind. Let's just have another look at that. He went really deep. Look, and then onto the grass. And then when he put his foot down, around he goes. It was a good effort from Daniel Whitfield. But it looks like this one is going to go to Mr. Thor Talu, the Japanese driver. I don't know what time it is out there, but it was worth showing up. At this rate, he's making it through to the semi-finals. That's going to be a tough race as well, you know. He's going to be going against Jose Soria. Or I might mix it up a bit and put him against someone else. Who knows? Depends who wins the next ones. And next up, we have Ray Oliver and Arthur Thurtle. And Ray angling his car to the left, aiming straight away at Arthur. And Arthur gets... Oh, Ray didn't go. I think they're going to retry that start. Ray looks unenthusiastic. If only they had emojis. He's going to reverse. He's going to reverse. They're going to do that again. Here he goes. Don't know what happened there, but I'm sure we'll find out later. Here we go. Take two. The quarterfinal. Arthur versus Ray. Here we go. They're going to go on the minute mark. Is Ray ready this time? Seconds. You can hear 2 revs, so Ray is there. Here we go. He's going to get the start. And it was Arthur again. This time Ray has moved. But he's bogged down as Ray Oliver. But can he close it? We saw how quick he was in the last race. I mean, he led into turn 1, but Kyle was no slouch. So Ray could get this back, but Arthur Thurtle leads the way. And he's going to take the island layout, and Ray's actually going to get a nice fast, look at that, fast run into Foster's. Absolutely sends it down into the right-hander, locks up his front right. Doesn't carry a cone with him, so he's not hindered. And that has played a part in some people's races. This could be a good run from Ray. He's going to fly round. Singapore Track Lizard says it was fun, should do this again. You need to do this again, good fun to car really. That looks awesome. I'd definitely doing it again. I'll actually make it on time. Oh, good feedback. We will try it again, I'm sure. But Ray, let's get back to the racing because Ray is absolutely sending it round. He's not made any mistakes yet, and I've got a feeling this is going to be close. Arthur is into Druids. Now, normally into the final corner, the other cars have been where that sector dot is. So Ray Oliver is about right. Oh, I actually think, to be honest, actually, I mean, if we were going to judge this off track maps, I think Arthur is actually quite far ahead. And that's just based off predictions from what I've seen in the other races. He might not be. Where is he? Nice wide exit on turn 1. Ray Oliver has exited the hairpin already. Into Foster's Arthur goes. I think it is going to be a lead. Takes a cone with him though. Cone's gone. And are we going to see Ray in the distance? We do see Ray, but he hasn't got the run that he had last time. And it all stems from that start as he attacks the curb, carries the speed through. There we go. Amazing. Oh, that's not the race. That was John Bailiff. That's the next race. But here is Arthur leading the way, and Ray Oliver. All stemmed from that start. Just a little bit of a bog down. I don't know if it was the delay. Delay in timing. Oh! I haven't seen Ray drive in ages. I forgot it. He throws the car around. He really does. In a good way. In a good way. We move straight on to John Bailiff versus Shabolks Torok. So after this, so Ray Oliver's out. So after this, we've got one race, and then we're on to the semi-finals already. Who is going to win this? That's the question. So John Bailiff on the inside. Shabolks on the outside. No revs yet. Nice and calm. So there we go. Shabolks has got a flying start. John Bailiff is going to be behind into turn 1 maybe, or is he going to outbrake him into turn 1? He's going to try and lean on him. He tries the little lean. He is going to send it on the brakes. They're going to be side by side on the exit, so John is not giving this up at this phase. They're side by side on the exit. Shabolks is on the inside. John is on the outside. He's going to have the outside line into the left-hander down towards Foster. So John Bailiff carries the speed right out. Is he going to touch the grass? That looks dangerous from John Bailiff. He really threw the car out there, and Shabolks Torok heads down towards the hairpin now. Where's that drone shot? I want that drone shot again. There it is, of the Hungarian bonnet on the car. There he goes, the number 63 exits, and John Bailiff is all the way up there somewhere. Here he is, heading towards Druids, the double right-hander. He tried. And now we wait. John Bailiff crosses the line. Shabolks Torok on the back section. This looks fairly close. He was on the final corner as John entered that thing. I wonder if John's going to do this on pace. He's flying down towards the hairpin. Just sweet. I'm sorry. I was not playing. Let's do that again. Let's watch that again because that looked really close. I want to see that from Shavolk's point of view. Look at this. Enters the Fosters. Takes a really slow line into that apex. And look at the speed difference with John, who absolutely sends it around the outside of Knickerbrook. And now Shavolk's has got that cone underneath him. That's going to be hindering him as he heads up towards the hill. And this is how it's going to look. Look at this, how much it slowed him down. Wow. And John Bailiff takes the win. Shavolk's Torok is out. Oh, that was close. That was close. That was one of the closest ones we've seen. And I was looking away at my screen as he made the move. Silly me. But there he goes. Shavolk's Torok. So now the other two, the next two are just going round. So we're in the semi-finals now. And we've got Thor versus Jose. Pick who you are voting for. Who are you rooting for, guys? And girls? And here they are. Jose goes right up to the line. Thor can move forward a bit, or is Jose going to reverse? Jose's reversing. Duncan Murray's voting for Thor. He's rooting for the Japanese driver. Jose Soria with a nose ahead. He's not messing around. And here they are revving. And it looks like they might have to do a restart. Or is that the actual start? They went on 30 seconds and Jose's got an absolute nightmare of a start. That's going to be a massive gap. He comes out of Foster's, does Jose. I think they are going to redo it. In chat says they're redoing it. Thanks, Duncan. Great to have you here, my friend. So they're going to reline up on the grid. Oh. I love watching them line up because obviously the game normally lines everyone up, and some you can really tell. Like some people get it spot on. There's always reverses. Oh, this time look, they go straight on the 30 seconds. There was no revs, and Thor does get a good start again. This time they both went off at the same time. Jose's going to slot in behind. I think Jose's got a profile loaded as well because it says he races for the Oris Racing team. Oh, is he going to have a look down the inside? We haven't seen anyone do that. Oh, he's going to try. Oh, that's going to definitely hinder his run. I think he did that to Henry Morse and he came out miles ahead. And this time Thor is the one that's done it to him. So everyone's been getting the revenge slowdown, should we call this? That's the special move of Oulton Park, the revenge slowdown. Henry Morse. Matt did it to Mats Borg Anderson in the first round. Slowed him down on the apex of that corner as he went into Foster's. Then, Jose done it on Henry Morse. Henry was out as a result. And now Thor has just done it on Jose. And is it going to work for a third time in a row? The revenge slowdown. Who knows? The Japanese driver and the Spanish driver, who have both come out of nowhere. Oh, thank you, Duncan, in chat. Congratulations to the Racing Line on 5,000 subs. Thank you very much. But don't thank me. Oh, that's not what we want to see. What's happened here? Oh, this is close. Look at this. The Spanish driver has flown through. He's going to have the speed on the exit. And look how close this is as they head up towards the hill. The Spanish driver is going to look to the outside. Thor defends to the inside. They're side by side heading towards Druids. Look at this. Thor versus Jose. They're still side by side as they enter the corner. Who's going to come out in the lead? It looks like Jose's taking the lead. They both go off on the grass. Thor drifts it round the outside. There's one more overtaking opportunity for the two of them. Thor loses it on the exit. And now into the final corner they go. And Jose does take it. Wow. I kind of want to see it again. Replays don't work, although I say replays don't work. It looks like Thor did go off track, so I should be able to get a replay. So if the admins are watching, hold fire on the next race start, because I want to see if this works. So this was the first round. So Thor went off there. And then this is them going into Druids. So if I just rewind it from this point, because that was close as they came out of here. And look at Jose flying down the straight. Chases up to Thor. Carries the speed through there. And then they're going to go side by side up this hill. This was impressive stuff. And it looks like Jose got it done before they actually turned into Druids. So Thor tried keeping his car there, but Jose just had so much speed, and then they both went wide. Thor drifts straight out on the track. Oh man, it was close, and no send into the final corner. And Jose takes the win, and it was a close one indeed. All Thor could hope for there was slipstream. Let's go back live. I think they've already started, so admin not watching the stream. Here we go. This is Arthur and John. Arthur was on the outside. John now on the outside into Foster's. Arthur leading the way. So Arthur would have started on the left. Into the hairpin he goes. So Jose Soria goes through into the final. And now we need one more driver to go through. Is it going to be Arthur? A regular name. I feel like I've raced Arthur a few times back in the day in BMW GT4s. I think. Again, I've seen Arthur around. And John, obviously, a regular Jetta driver. But who's going to come out of this one? They went side by side into the left-hander. We haven't really seen that yet. So who's going to be hindered this time? Both British drivers. It's going to be Britain versus Spain in the final. of this race of champions. And I think John Bailiff went off there. That would have been on the exit of 3 as he flies down towards the hairpin. Just realised that map graphic slightly slightly misjudging where everyone is. But Arthur Thurtle into the left-hander he goes. Takes the cone with him. Cone's gone already. Where's John Bailiff going to be? He's quite far back, is John. I wonder if that was a result of being hindered in the left-hander. But Arthur has got a cone with him. Is that going to affect him? Is that going to affect him enough? Look at that. Look at the cone. He's taking it all the way around. I don't think John's going to be close enough, you know. As they head towards the final corner. Big lock-up, or cone smudging against the tyres. And Arthur's going to cross the line and take the win, and John Bailiff is out. So there we go. It was always risky having some of the TRL drivers in a tournament event like this. Because I didn't really, as a race of subscribers, obviously it would have been nice for a subscriber to sorry, I was just sorting out a subscriber to take it to the final, but it turns out, as fate would have it, 2 subscribers have made it to the final. So all the TRL drivers are out. The ones that showed up. Hey, Martin. Hey, Martin Wallace. Quick dig. He's still there. Come on, Thor, says Duncan Murray. Damn it, that was from earlier. That was a close race between Jose and 4, that is for sure. And now, I feel like we might get something similar with these 2. We've got Jose and Arthur are your finalists for this 5,000 subscriber event. Now, Jose hasn't been in chat. Arthur has been. If we do an interview. We might not get an interview from Jose. I don't think if he's not around. Duncan's now rooting for Jose Soria. Here we go. Let's have a look at that start. They look really close. Look how close they are. This is the closest we've seen people park next to each other. Arthur's car angled slightly to the left. Jose's car in a straight line. They're going to go on 30 seconds. They're revving their engines already. Here they go. And it's an even start. Jose, though, getting the initial jump, but Arthur still has the speed to stay side by side down towards turn 1. Is he going to keep his car there? He is going to keep his car there. He's slightly ahead on the exit. They're going to both run extra wide. Oh, and Jose Soria takes the lead into this corner. Now Arthur's in a tough place here, because now he's going to get hindered into this left-hander, into the right-hander, but he does actually carry a decent amount of speed there into Foster's. All the meanwhile, you've got Jose heading down towards the hairpin. Here he is, coming out from behind the trees. Nice smooth line, hits the apex nicely, ignores the exit apex, and down the straight he goes. In his new racing line, liveried Mx-5. These liveries are available, by the way, actually. I should shout that out. These liveries are open and available to use on Trading Paints. The only nationalities available are the ones that took part in this event, although there is a Canadian one and a Mexican one as well, as there was some drivers who signed up but didn't quite make it. And you got Arthur Thurtle here and Jose Soria in your final for the prize. And which one is going to come out on top? We've timed it quite nicely. It's 2:30. We're on our final race. We didn't know what time was going to be like. And Arthur Thurtle heads round towards the island hairpin. Whilst Jose Soria crosses the line. So here goes Arthur Thurtle then down the back straight. But where is the Spanish driver? He's there. Into the Foster's layout he goes. Where's Arthur? Who's done it? Is the speed difference enough? It looks like I don't think it is going to be enough, you know. He's carried it through. He's gone right out onto the grass to try and carry as much speed as he can. And it looks like the Spaniard might win. Might take the win. He has closed the gap actually as Arthur in this final sector. Is he going to be close enough for an absolute mega send? I don't think he is. I mean, I've done some sends in my time, but from there, it's definitely going to be too far back. I'm sure of it. Kept his head under pressure, did Jose in the race before. But Jose Soria is going to take the checkered flag. He's going to come across the line, and your winner of the Race of Champions, the Race of Subscribers, the 5K event, is the Spanish driver Jose Soria, followed, and he can be proud of it, second place, Arthur Thurtle. He might be disappointed with that final round, but we had 16 drivers at the start, all 1v1'd, all started on different sides of the grid throughout the day, and your winner is in fact Jose Soria. As he does some donuts for the crowd. What have I missed on chat? It's just Duncan. Duncan's going off in chat again. Loving it. Well, that actually concludes that event, guys. And I would like to say, actually, I should say a very big thank you. Of course, I thank all of you, 5,000 subscribers so far, and to all of the subscribers that are going to join from this point. Of course, we're aiming for 10k by the end of the year, but I think we need to give a special shout out to all of those that took part in today's event. So let's go. Let me have a quick look at the very beginning list of who was against who. We need to give a quick shout out to Mart Ullering, who stepped in at the very last second to replace the Canadian driver of Alexis, who didn't make it. Christopher Smith, one of the first guys out, of course, was the British driver Christopher Smith. Mats Borg Andersen, the Norwegian driver, who was next out. Duncan Murray, the South African driver. Guilherme Elizu in the Brazilian car, one of the first out. Megan Purchase, quick shout out to them as well. Giancarlo Scuola from America. Carl Ridley from Australia. And then, of course, Henry Morse, Daniel Whitfield, Ray Oliver, Shabolks Torok, John Bailiff, Thor, of course, can't forget Thor, Henry Morse, I think I said him, and Jose Soria, your winner, and of course Arthur Thurtle, your runner-up for today's event. Jose is not in chat, so we don't have an interview for today. Although we could speak to Arthur. Might drag Arthur in. He finished second, but could get his thoughts on the days. Oh, he is joining. He's here. Should we drag him in? I think we should drag him in. This is always. I need to drag him in twice. Hang on. Here he goes. There we go. Jose, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hello and welcome. You are in the comms box. You are still live on the channel. Congratulations. You are the Race of Subscribers winner. How was that for you?
Thank you. Well, it was pretty fun, and honestly, it was a bit hard because I had actually never done a lap of Oulton Park in this configuration before the race, and I also didn't know that the race was at like 1 p.m. my local time, so I didn't have much time to practice when I actually saw in the Discord that I had to go race. But yeah, it turned out well, I think, and yeah, it was pretty fun.
I mean, yeah, you've done really well, especially for someone who's not driven the track. It's not an easy track here. You had I think one of the best races we saw throughout the event was definitely between you and Thor. Arthur obviously a little bit far back when you came through the Foster's layout, but Thor and you came out pretty much side by side up the hill. Tell us how you found that race.
Yeah, the one what's actually the toughest, I think, for me, because before we actually started the race, we had a false start, I think, because nobody told us when to go, and Thor went, and I didn't know that he was going to go, so we had to do another lap, and I actually got a cone stuck under the car when I was doing the warm-up lap, so yeah, I think that slowed me down a bit, and especially then I had to go almost too wide with Thor into the turn 1. So yeah, I lost a lot of time there, and yeah, we came up pretty even. I got a bit lucky, to be honest, because I got a big run when I was coming up the hill for the second lap. But yeah, it was a good finish. I got to watch it on replay as well.
Yeah, we watched it a couple of times. We're seeing it just again now. It was quite good to watch. The extra speed that you had, absolutely nailed it. And obviously Thor went to defend the inside of Druids, but you around the outside, you'd actually got the move done just at the turning point. Which was impressive stuff. Definitely the speed helped you. And you said it was luck, but it can't have been luck. I mean, you were driving the car. There's some skill involved in that, Jose. But you're the winner. You're today's winner. And as we said, you get a car or track of your choice. It was obviously be transferred in iRacing credits. But what is it you're thinking of buying? What are you gonna get?
Well, not sure, to be honest. I actually want to get probably some mobile content, so either one of the NASCAR cars or, I don't know, maybe an oval track, or I'm just going to wait probably until week 13, because maybe there's new content and something that interests me. So, I'm not going to say anything yet, but we'll see.
No worries, of course. Yeah, new content always on the way. Week 13 next week. Well, thank you very much for joining, Jose, and it's very, very nice to meet you. Thank you for coming. Is there anyone, normally with interviews, we always say, is there anyone you want to say hello or thank you to before I let you go?
I guess my team, Audit Racing. I don't think they're watching this because I didn't tell them that I was racing, and it's pretty early here in Spain, I guess. Well, it's a bit past, actually, dinner. Well, supper time. I don't know how you say it. But yeah, only my teammates and pretty much that. And well, obviously, you guys for putting in a great show today.
No worries. But thank you very much, Jose, and we look forward to maybe seeing you again soon.
Hopefully. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. There he goes. Jose Soria, your winner. And yeah, quite rightly saying, actually, that week 13 is next week. And that does mean that new content is on the way. We had some more people in chat. Good Studge 93, well done. Great event. You should be very proud of the community. Oh, that's a sweet comment, Greg. Yeah, I am. I mean, I don't feel like I can take credit for it though. Like, a community is a community. There's everyone's done their part. Do you know what I mean? And that sounds cheesy. Sounds cheesy as flip. But I can't. I thank everyone that's here. Obviously, I do the lap guides and stuff, the races and the commentary. But genuinely, I'd probably not play iRacing as much if there wasn't so many of you always here. Maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe I need to go out more. Maybe that's what needs to happen. Nah, who knows? Stephen Burns also in chat. That was fantastic fun. Well done all. Thank you, Stephen, for jumping in and watching. And all of you that have watched, actually. I can see you on YouTube and Twitch. But that is it, of course. That is it. Don't forget that's our 5,000 event done. I can show this, of course, to advertise the Racing Line Touring Car Championship, which heads to Hungaroring on Monday night. That is 8:20 UK time, or GMT. It's going to be an interesting one. Not sure how I feel about it, to be honest. It's going to be... I haven't really raced there that much. It's going to be a tricky circuit. Zandvoort was incredible. If you haven't seen that, go and check out round 4. But Hungaroring has got a lot to live up to before we head off to Imola in 2 weeks' time. As usual, that's pretty much it from me. If I don't see you on track this week, then I'll see you next week for the next video here on the Racing Line. Peace!